Hey everyone. Prefacing yesterday's episode with the low-hanging fruit. It was me, Andy and John. First episode with them for a month. The hell did we touch on? Something about Germans, Will Smith, and animals we could fight. Something along those lines. I don't know. Just listen.
There are improvement works ahead, so this train will terminate at the next station.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child. He's a spoiled little Greek brat who's probably been treated like a prince.
I'm not a crook.
You've been waiting 10 minutes for what? Bag? How are you waiting 10 minutes for me? I've been here 10, 15. Oh, must have
That message around the corner was only like 5 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd just gone out of Oakley by that point.
Look at this, who's been here?
Where's my vitamin water?
Not even the respect. Yeah, that's what I was joking to him about.
Where's my vitamin water?
You didn't say you wanted anything.
He did!
My message said... My message
And I'm like, yeah, me
said...
too, actually.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I'm getting on this early.
And then you said no.
No. I'm getting on this early now.
Look at the
No,
emojis.
I always refrain from the headphones. Just to...
What the hell is that?
Dragon
head
fruit.
fruit. I don't know what that is.
Mineral water.
I'm an old man. I need to be seen clearly and proper
Alright, what have we got here?
syntax letters. If you wanted a vitamin water,
Can I?
Please.
What would you like?
Just the water, man. I'm disappointed. I'm actually disappointed.
I'll go next door and I'll go get your I didn't even say...
There's no vitamins in this thing.
Nah, it's just empty water.
Wasn't that the one that everyone was on that kick years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And then people were like,
sugar
yeah, and then a couple of years later, they brought out that it's sugar-free.
Okay, for everyone that's obviously not here, John asked what he could get us from 7-Eleven as he usually does, and initially I said a Big M, and then Andy said, so I see you've chosen diarrhea. I actually said it as a joke, just the thought of you bringing milk. Like,
Low-quality sugar
it would
milk.
have been funny to see him with low-quality milk, actually walk in. And I said, no, it was a joke. But then I sent a slew of emojis. Hang on, where is it? I think there's a dragon.
I got it, yeah.
It's a dragon
fruit.
head. What's
It's
a dragon?
dragon's head.
Yeah, I know. What's that got to do with a drink?
If you look at all of
Because
them,
the drink is dragon fruit, mineral water.
it's dragon and then 2 fruit. So fruit and then a vitamin pill.
Well, the vitamin, yeah.
Yeah, and then water. So dragon, fruit, vitamin water. I thought that was pretty clear.
Did you see the message I
Yeah,
sent?
you said I'll take one too. Okay, so we're on board.
Now I've got plain water in my mouth.
Oh no, I was actually.
I think you
looking
give
forward-
me too much, what do you call it?
Credit.
Credit. I don't know these things.
We're going to have to take a half-time at some point.
Yeah, that's
walk
the
down.
halftime break.
I'll go get one. It's around the corner. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
No. I'm not gonna do it.
serious.
No, I can't, man. I got a 7 o'clock thing in the city, so
Very important.
it is. I paid money for a booking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Akmal
No,
That
not
comedian?
who. Oh.
at the Athenaeum. Why are you laughing?
Not who.
Not who. Yeah, no, a mate of mine messaged me a week ago and said, do you want to see Akmal Saturday night, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, meh. I go, why not? Like,
Is he famous? I've never heard of him.
He's the Aussie comedian,
he's
isn't he?
Aussie. Yeah. Well, he's not famous. What do you mean? He's been a comedian for like 20 years.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Oh, I don't know.
He started up on. He was really he did a lot of appearances on like all those. Remember when they did like the a lot of the game shows on 10, was it? On Channel 10, and they like have
ones
been
with-
paying attention. The guy that made, what's his name? The one that created that show. What's his name? The host of Have You Been Paying Attention? What's his name?
Oh,
Tom.
yeah, Tom something.
Yeah, a lot of the shows that came out before that were all his like creations.
Little.
Yeah, like remember that one? Like it was like a room was upside down or something, and then I had to like act.
His description with his hand.
The room was like people know what I'm talking about. It's like on a balance. I don't know.
No one can see you but us.
Yeah, I'm describing it to you.
I have no idea what is that. A Twitch?
He wouldn't have said like the room is upside down. He's just his hands on an angle.
Dude, what do you mean, man? That reminds me of that. What was that show that Chevy Chase was on? Community. When he's drawing a picture of the windmill, but he's just circling a swastika. Legitimately, the one thing I remember from that show.
Oh, man.
I guess you're saying Tom guy from Hadn't Been Paying Attention. He had a whole lot of other startups on Channel 10 first.
Yeah, and they went for a couple of seasons. And the comedian Akmal, he was on a lot of that stuff.
Yes. Well, nevertheless, I have tickets to his show.
Very good.
I think it's
good comedian.
I think a bunch of us are going to dinner first, so I said 7:15. That's why I said I was sketchy. It depended. If we could get here by 3 and sort of start rolling, we're good. Give me half an hour to edit, to cram the computer in my car and get out of here.
Yeah.
Do you know how disappointed I am that I don't have a vitamin water now? No, I'm looking at that water.
I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't take a class in hieroglyphics after high school.
Have you ever sent an emoji, John? Have you ever sent an emoji?
Just basic ones, man. Smiley face, thumbs up, man. Angry face. Hey, decipher things here to know when my next train's coming.
Smiley face, thumbs up, angry face is literally a visit to the proctologist. That's why he knows what it is. I thought it was pretty easy. Dragon, fruit.
Like I said, you give me too much credit.
It's the 3 weeks off. His brain's gone soft.
Oh, yeah.
How was your time off, by the way?
Oh, it was fantastic. Absolutely.
You look relaxed.
I have,
give you
man.
that. Look at his eyes. A little less beady today.
It was all right. It was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Rosebud was nice.
It was Rosebud.
Rosebud was Rosebud. I tell you what.
Old wogs and white people with white shoes.
Yep.
It's not Florida, man. It's not Del Baker. It's not Del Baker Vista. Phase 2.
It is. The Pines of Mark Gables. It actually is, man. I associate Rosebud with old people.
But there's actually a lot of young people in that area.
I know young people that have moved to Safety Beach and Mornington, not Rosebud.
Yeah.
Who's young has moved to Rosebud?
Not that I know of.
Everyone's old. It's all old money. Like
Yeah.
houses that have been there for 50 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
60? Easy. What were you doing there?
You
were there for like 2 weeks.
What was I doing there? Andy, I went flawless on trials.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
Flawless on trials.
So that's what he did over the whole course of his holiday.
What does that mean?
Basically,
He's playing Destiny.
Destiny 2. I went so you got your Trials of Osiris, which is it's once a month, once every competitive 3v3. And flawless means winning 7 matches in a row and going to a little area of the game that you have to win 7 games to get to. A lot of people cheat. A lot of people pay money to get other people to do it for them on their accounts.
How hard is it to do?
I did it a few years ago.
What, once?
Well, I stopped playing the game after.
It's like a normal person.
Well, that is like so you got for PvE like against like the game when you're playing against the in-game stuff, it would be the equivalent of finishing a raid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even more rare because you're always going up against people that are cheating. The game is actively like matchmaking you up against people that like once you win one match, you go into a completely different like skill level.
Mm.
And we did it over 2 nights.
When you say we, is who?
Me and my clanmates.
Oh, okay. So your clan thing. Okay.
Yeah. So
you basically lost yourself in your jocks. And
no, that was only over 2 nights.
I was going to say cheap bags of Cheetos. And,
no, that was.
Sounds like a good time.
It was all right. First weekend. It was the first weekend.
You've come out with the wall eyes. You know what I mean? What the hell happened? 2 weeks later.
Are you freaking out, man? Like,
pasty skin.
I've been playing Destiny for 6 years now, 7 years. The first time I've ever done it. But then again, it's the first time I've ever had a group of dedicated people to be able to play that.
What, everyone have leave at the same time?
No, I mean, one guy was in New Zealand, one guy was in.
I'm sure that it sounds enjoyable.
It was,
not as enjoyable as a dragon fruit vitamin water would have
Vitamin
been
water. Today's sponsor is vitamin water.
if we had it.
I'd love to be drinking a vitamin water.
I just taste
Tasty.
saliva.
I know. I really, dude, I was actually. Do you know why I said vitamin water, man? Because hang on, wait a second. Let me just have a sip of this tepid normal water.
It's been years since I've had one, and when I saw you say it, I was like, I could taste it.
I used to I started drinking it like 10, 15 years ago because I got off V and Red Bull and shit, and then went through this vitamin water phase. That's bad for you too. It's got taurine in it.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of colors. I actually got addicted to it. Like I started feeling like the shakes when you didn't have it.
You just started seeing colours.
So he just sticks Maximus in the fridge now.
So that's why I didn't get it, Dim, because I know you get back on the horse. Once you fall, you get back on
Where's
it.
my water? He's got the shakes.
No. Honestly,
Fall off the horse, not back on it. But Dim, it's always just getting back on the horse.
nevertheless, it's been 5 minutes, man. I haven't seen these in like a month. You're already trolling me. Can you seriously?
It wouldn't be an episode without it.
The last episode was a month ago. It was the 1st of March. It's actually been a month.
Yeah.
Well, I told you we could have done it online. We could have done a Zoom.
Look, to be honest, the last 2 weeks, I've been working 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day.
Okay.
It's been bad, like very bad. I've been breaking up between here, the day job, all that shit. It's just been, it's been rough. I was actually here 2 days ago? Yesterday, the day before? I don't even know. I've lost track. And I'm meant to be here again in a day, do more recording.
Oh.
Nevertheless, the vitamin water. What are you doing?
You were here a couple of days ago.
I sanitized everything down, man. I do it every time someone uses their headphones. I
know, it's just they weren't put neatly back on the microphone or
because I saw your message. It said come outside.
What's that got to do with the headphones on the table?
The table's clean
No, but why were the headphones on the table?
because I put them there after I sanitized them.
Why didn't you put them back nicely and neatly here? Just felt like a little bit of disrespect, that's all.
I paid for everything. I don't understand.
And don't you forget that.
He's drinking my water. He's hit the casual lean.
Which I'm not happy about. I'm not happy about at all.
Have some sparkling water.
There's like Maximus in there. It's the same stuff.
Wait a second. He's got a donut.
I would have preferred the sugar-free.
Oh, my God.
Donut?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I can lick off the glaze if you...
I don't suppose you've got... Never mind.
He's got 2 donuts. We don't get our vitamin water. Anyway, back to the vitamin water.
Did you polish two Big Macs as well? Is that what I read?
I didn't touch any Big Mac. You said to get the 2 Big Macs.
No.
Big M's.
Oh, it was Big M.
Big
right,
M's,
right.
not Big
No, I
Macs.
didn't say that.
No,
No,
I haven't
my
touched
request
it.
was Big M's.
Do you want one of them?
No.
You sure?
No.
Not unless you could liquefy it.
I know. I wanted vitamin water. Anyway, vitamin
Give me
water
2 minutes.
seemed...
I'll go get the kettle.
It's vitamin water seemed like a logical exchange from like really sugary drinks like Red Bull and shit. It's full of caffeine. Does it have caffeine? I don't think vitamin water does.
No,
it's just taurine, right?
Yeah.
Is taurine a natural thing?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as caffeine.
No, it's an actual... it's a stomach acid from a cow that's been like extracted and whatever they do to it. And then it's just a natural energy booster.
Hang on, wait. Does that have to kill the cow?
I assume like once the cow's slaughtered, they take it. I don't think
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't naturally extract it from the cow.
Do the enzymes still have to be alive, basically? Does the cow
I
have
don't
to be
know.
alive?
No, I have no idea on that.
Do we need to look this up?
Well, look.
You can if you want.
Oh, my God. I've been here a minute.
So I was spewing because...
I can just hear your stupid chewing, and I'm wanting my vitamin water.
So I just got back from Adelaide too. 'Cause I went up there for the week. And I was spewing because I went to that heraldry store where Dim went.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you go?
Yeah, it was shut.
Wait, I thought the guy was standing out the front of it.
No,
that was just a Facebook
There's a
page.
Google image or whatever.
I was pissed, man. The guy's only open like 3 days a week.
What?
Real wog man. Serbian.
And then there was another place, it was like Celtic heraldry.
I bet you he goes there. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday open. He goes there on the Tuesday. Why is it closed?
Calls the number up. Says you're open. No, we're closed. Why? How could it be stuck?
For next week.
We're contemplating making a stop on Thursday when we left because you got to drive past Harndorf, the exit, when you come back from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, because you drove. Yeah, that's right. I'm picturing the airport's the other way, but yeah.
Yeah, the airport was only like 2 k's from our hotel.
Where'd you stay in the end?
We stayed at the Ibis, right in the CBD. It was like 50 metres from Rundle Mall.
As in from the top end of it, not the bottom end of it.
In the middle of it.
Yeah, where the main strip is. And when you cross over, it's got like the King Street sort of thing.
Yeah, and then you're not even, like Rundle Street was right there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you must have been 2 seconds from where I was.
Probably.
Yeah, I was literally Rundle Mall, other side of the street.
Yeah.
Where the clubs and stuff.
Yeah, we were right, like just right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Far out. How long did it take for you to drive in the end?
We did it. We left, when we went up, we left at 6:30 and we got there at 4:30, I think it was.
10 hours.
Yeah. But we made a couple stops.
I don't know why. I feel like a road trip with you would be painful.
Nah.
I don't know why.
I'm delightful.
No. I think from... Why is he laughing?
Every survey you drive, can we stop here? I need a donut. Can we stop here? I need to go talk.
Can we stop at another one? This one doesn't have what I want.
I need a coffee. Can we stop at that survey?
I can
Is that a Macca's? Is that a Macca's?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I picture him to be okay on road trips because he doesn't, like, he won't eat anything on purpose, so he doesn't
I
have
don't
to stop.
Yeah.
He's just dad mode 100%.
You got me to a T.
110 Ks minimum. I love the one rule with the road trips is the strongest bladder determines the pit stop, not the weakest. What do you mean? I don't know why, but I can picture you like literally hanging on for dear life, gunning at 110k an hour no matter what. We're not stopping. We don't care.
I'm going to shit yourself.
Yes.
We'll clean it up later.
Dude, it could be a UFO landing in a field and you just gun right past it. Like, whatever, man. Send me a photo.
I'm surprised you actually get that because that's exactly me. That's amazing.
Him, I can just picture breaking balls, choice of music, choice of podcast.
For starters, he's just losing it. I avoided all dairy for 2 days before. Okay?
Which seat would you want to take? What do you mean?
I'm comfortable.
Just get in.
Forces an old woman to sit like in the back.
Do you have your compression socks on? This is a long drive. We're not stopping for 45 minutes.
I'm just saying. I don't know why. I've never been on a long road trip with you, but I can just picture you breaking balls the entire
Well, I
time.
can tell you I didn't.
Delightful.
I'm delightful.
Whatever. I feel like I've got to call your brother or something and ask him.
Oh, as if he's going to tell you the truth.
I'm just waiting for the day where, like, how long was the drive? About 15 hours. How long does it normally take? Around 7 or 8.
65k an hour down the 110 on the Hume. What the fuck?
In the emergency lane.
Just screaming the whole way. It won't do.
Nevertheless.
No, look, we made 3 stops on the way. One for brekkie.
He's gone, man.
One for lunch.
You're right.
Oh, man.
And then we stopped about...
It's been a month.
Jaw has already hurt.
It's been a month. 17 minutes in, my jaw is good.
Wow.
Oh, man.
All right, sorry.
So you've done 2 stops so far. So.
We stopped for brekkie in a Beaufort, I think it's called a Beaufort. Beaufort or Beaufort?
I can't breathe.
It's just like,
All right,
All right, we're good. I'm good.
okay.
Please.
it's about 20 minutes after
So the
Ballarat.
first stop, what'd you eat?
I was going to say, was it a survey stop or was it like a...
It's a little town, proper town. I'd say... I wouldn't say...
Let him tell his story of stopping.
I wouldn't say it's a 1-horse town, but maybe 2 horse.
1 horse town?
Nah, that's a good little town.
Can you imagine going to like a town and there's literally 1 horse?
It's just...
But he's not on the street, he's in a house. Like he's not in the block. It's a horse. What is this 1 horse town?
Oh, man.
Could we like to talk to someone else? No one else here. This is 1 horse town. Wait, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm going to assume the phrase one horse town came from the fact that you rode in and there was one horse at the saloon and that's it, right?
I would assume so.
I actually have no
something
idea.
Like that.
All right, I'll search these
But I've never heard of two. I've never actually heard the saying 2 horse town.
It's always one
town.
horse. Yeah.
I've got Taurine open, but I'll go to one horse town. Anyway, continue with your
So we stopped in Beaufort or Beaufort. I don't know.
I think it's Beaufort.
I think it's Beaufort, yeah.
Just had toasties for brekkie. Cheese, tomato, and ham.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, about a 7.
Okay.
It was all right. It was a nice little place. It was the highest rated place in the town because I Googled it.
Of course.
Best food in the area. There was only like 6 places to choose from.
5 of them were closed.
They were. It was 10:30. No.
2 surveys.
Then from there, we drove. We went to Border Town. We had lunch there. There's this really nice bakery, Morning Hill Bakery, I think it was called. Really nice pies, like beautiful, like those old school, nice and buttery and flaky.
Yep. What kind of pie did you get? Just standard or?
Well, yeah, I got a plain one. I ordered the mushroom and steak and mushroom, but someone took the last one. Someone took the last one.
It's probably Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. He's just there in a
Second
corner.
time he goes for holidays in 5 years.
I just tackle him over
Jared Leto's there to take his pie.
and then we stopped about an hour and a half out of Adelaide because we just had to fill up. And that was it.
He's gone.
Oh, my God.
There was actual roadworks
Where?
on the freeway on the way up there, like 10, 15 minutes at a time. We stopped 3 times. So we put out 45
you got
minutes.
stopped.
Yeah, because in traffic, because they were re-sealing the road or whatever, so they're only letting one lane through at a time. So that was the 3 times we had to stop at about 10, 15 minutes
Okay.
at a time.
The phrase one horse town means a small and unimportant place, as in ours was just a one horse town until the nuclear plant was built.
Oh.
This expression was first recorded in 1857, presumably alluded to a town so small that a single horse would suffice for its transportation needs.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't the saloon. It was
That
just
actually makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So you've gone to the one horse towns. You've had lunch. And then what?
And then we got all that traffic, and then we stopped about an hour and a half out just to fill up. I think it was.
Did you get anything from the server?
No.
Bullshit.
No, I didn't.
Lies.
I didn't.
Lies.
Walks
You are
out,
not
walks out with a 4-pack of
Dude, I didn't
Krispy
have-
Kremes.
I knew I was going to be the weakest link in this drive with my stomach. So I purposely stayed away from all dairy 2 days, for like 2 days in advance, everything.
You're the weakest link in that car?
Yeah.
Really?
If I don't eat right leading up to stuff, yeah.
I'm
definitely.
surprised. Okay.
But
Can you imagine his first stop? He has his pie and he's like, "Oh, this is delicious." It's like, "Yeah, it's made with milk." just like that dark scene at the background. He knows
the
that
camera just zooms in, but to the side of the head.
the next 9 hours are just gone.
Just ticking time bomb. There's a survey. Stop! Why?
I just picture one of those scenes where you need the code to get into the toilet, and he's like, "What's the code? What's the code? 137. What's the code? Shut up!
What's the last number? It's rubbed off.
Goes slamming into it like Harry from Dumb and Dumber when he's got to put his foot out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it was good.
How was the trip?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We got there Saturday. We got there at 5:30. I can't remember what time it was around then. So just the funniest thing. I wouldn't say the funniest thing, but basically we get there and Hawthorn was playing on Saturday. They're playing Port, and Dean wanted to go watch the match, so he's in the foyer. And he sees a dude just sitting there with a Hawthorn t-shirt on, like a Hawthorn polo. He's like, "Oh, are you going to the game?" He's like, "Yeah." "Oh, is it far from here?" "Oh, not even a 10-minute walk." "Oh, okay. You reckon there'll be tickets?" Yeah. That's it. Leaves it. Next thing you know, there's 3 Hawthorn players coming down from the kitchen, from the first level.
Shit.
They've stayed in the same hotel.
All the players?
Yeah. Then
Nice.
basically within 10 minutes, they all left, so they're all jumping on the bus.
You don't follow the footy now.
No,
anyway.
Dean was cramming his pants.
I was going to say, yeah.
He's
Any other
following the
normal
bus.
person Any other normal person would be like losing it. You would just be eating the leftover Krispy
I'm like,
Kremes.
so what is the menu for room service exactly?
Imagine that. Some tall ass player just trying to get his room key. He's got like hip and shoulders. Yeah, out of the way, mate. Listen, my minibar is empty and we need more toilet paper. 100%, man. Fair enough. Did you find Adelaide the same way I saw it, like a video game? Everything was symmetrical and clean?
Yeah, kind of. Different areas reminded me of different locations. Like, as you're going out,
it was like a video game. Like you're going to different areas, it was totally different.
So, like, when you're going to, when we were going to the Barossa, the outskirts of Adelaide reminds me of like Vegas.
Yeah.
It's just all desert and it kind of looks like bare.
Yeah, 100%.
Then when you're going to Harndorf, it just reminds you like of a German countryside, like all those big pine forests.
Mm-hmm.
And all the town, like
the
big
city
streets,
itself,
yeah.
like big wide ass.
It reminded me of a little bit like GTA, San Andreas.
Yeah.
San Andreas, the old one with just big wide,
Yeah, 100%. I freaked the hell out, man. It was bad. Anyway.
Was there people walking into walls?
A couple actually. After 8 o'clock there were.
Did you get on the scooters? Oh, come on, man. It was the best thing I did.
Yeah.
Well, they've introduced them now all over Melbourne.
Yeah.
I haven't gone onto them yet. I always see people like riding around, getting in front of my car. Scumbags. Anyway. Scumbags. How was Barossa?
Very good. I have to say I haven't gotten that happy in a long time.
I mean, without context, that's pretty bad.
I don't need context.
They don't need context. No, did you do the wineries?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we did a few.
Okay.
The first one we get to, we just picked a random one, which happened to be like it was like Calabrian wine. Like, oh, let's go check it out. We go in there. Oh, sorry, just the kitchen's open today. The actual tasting's closed because the owner came back from Sydney and they have COVID. Like, that's a good start to the day. Fantastic start.
By the way, he's in the back.
He's preparing the next set of meals. What?
So we hit up a few of them. We had a few nice reds.
Did you buy wine?
Yeah.
Like as in
I bought mead.
Mead.
Oh, yeah,
mead.
that's right.
Why? You buy from here.
Which one?
Nah, what you get here is crap.
Which one did you get?
I'm Mr. Connoisseur.
It's called.
Eats everything in.
They bring it to him in like a glass, and he's like, "Where's my mug? I want one of those wooden stout."
It's called
mugs."
Chateau something.
Chateau. Oh, way to class it up, man. Chateau
It's run by an Italian. It's called Chateau.
Of course it is.
Chateau Taurine. And
like Hotel Acropolis, run by two Vietnamese.
Daily Place that apparently makes meat in the whole.
Stop, man. Just stop. It's been literally like 5 minutes. Just calm down. Please
Continue.
So it was the only place that makes meat in the whole valley of Barossa. So I stocked up, picked up a few bottles. It was like an orange flavour one.
Why is he still laughing?
Because I heard that little sound you made.
I don't get anything. I'm picturing him stuffing bottles of meat in his car amongst socks and jocks.
I hope you were chanting the whole way.
Singing like a Viking ship.
Of course. They served it to you in goat horns too.
Oh, nice. Very nice. The only thing with the goat horn is like you can't put it down.
Yeah, no, how do you put the goat
There's
horn down?
holders for it.
Oh,
You're not supposed to put it down.
Wait
That's
a
the whole
second.
point.
Does the holder sit on the table?
Yeah,
and you
it's just
place-
like a little ring thing. Obviously, they didn't serve it to you in a goat horn.
Stop, please.
What
just happened?
Just stop.
Because I realized I could have either kept going with it. I could have kept going.
You did keep going. You're like they brought out a little ring.
Get our first correction next time. It's like all our listeners, we have to apologise. Actually, goat horns aren't served with free.
So, wait, Chateau, what was it called?
Chateau Dorian.
Dorian.
Yeah.
Okay, run by an Italian.
Run by an Italian. From Clayton, no less.
Are you kidding? Really?
In the area. He knows our streets.
Fuck off.
I'm serious.
Went all the
I know
way-
he's straight.
Went all the way to Barossa to
Wow.
find an Italian from Clayton, starting up a vineyard called Chateau Taurine.
Oh man,
Mother of God.
that was really nice. I could, like I was saying, I can say I finally had a chance to drink a $350 bottle of port,
Uh-huh.
which was actually very nice.
I don't know, man. Look, I don't know how many fine wines I've ever tasted, but look, good quality scotch between cheap scotch, I can taste the difference. Good quality scotch doesn't burn your throat.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're drinking fuel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does wine differ? Please don't get all artsy and talk about the refinement and the sense.
Well, first I need a goblet if I'm going to do that. Nah, look, I mean, the good thing,
Jeweled goblet.
the thing is, I think with wine, there's no like authority on how it's supposed to taste. There probably is, but I don't know who it
I'm
is.
pretty sure those wine critics out there beg to differ.
Well, they've done studies.
We're going to get some angry emails after this
They've done-
episode.
Stern pointing to
They've done-
Excuse me, sir.
They're all holding up vintage cheeses and all kinds of shit. Who are you people? We've come for that hooligan.
If anyone is, please send an invitation and change our minds.
No, I mean, like in a sense, like
You lack refinement.
I mean, I'm not even going to keep going.
look with wine, like it depends what wine you're drinking. That's what I was going to say. Like with your whiskey and your scotch, like you drink it, so you could obviously taste the difference. So like,
I like to
What?
think that I do.
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I would like to think as well that I can tell the difference. Now, I've only been drinking wine for maybe the last 6-7 years. I don't drink it like every day. I just drink it when, once in a while.
Buying bottles of skins at the same way.
The only time, and the only reason I got onto it was because I scored that free Dan Murphy's.
I sleep like a baby every night. Sticking my neck.
I scored that free Dan Murphy's delivery subscription.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the only reason I started
How
buying
did you
it.
get a free Dan Murphy's delivery?
So when I was merchandising, I would always park my car in Chapel Street at that big car park behind Dan
Safeway.
Murphy's.
Yeah.
That one there.
The Woolies.
So one day I went in there because I just went to buy a bottle of something. I think Dean wanted a slab or something. I'm like, I'm here, I'll just get it. So when I got it, you want to sign up for membership. I'm like, all right, whatever. I've been going all this time, might as well just get one. So because they signed me up there, they must have thought that was my local, even though it said my address where it was.
Right.
So a couple of years ago, I haven't been there in years now, but they had to shut down that whole car park because they were going to build a multi-story.
Yeah, have you been there lately?
No.
I went there for the first time about a year ago. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who I met there. I met a client. I met someone there, and I'm looking for that car park. I'm like, where the hell is it? And then there's this massive multiplex there now,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
They hadn't even started on it the last time I was there. And so because of that, I got an email saying, look, car park access to that shop is no longer available. So what we're going to do is give you a free subscription for a whole year for free delivery, which is the one that you pay like $80 a year and you get your delivery. So I'm like, all right, I might start buying some booze now, a bit more. So I started picking up a bit more of the wine and found a few nice, bottles here and there. And through the membership, they gave you access to like the specialty stuff that is a little bit more discounted than it would be to the public. And through that, I started drinking a bit more. So now, like for me, like at the Barossa, like I had a few ports, and like you got your 10, 20, 30-year-old ports, okay? But out of those three, you would think the 30-year-old, you would think would be the nicer tasting one, but actually I preferred the 10-year-old one because it was just a nice balance of flavors. As you keep getting older, the flavor becomes more richer and more like a burnt toffee flavor.
Robust is the word they use.
Robust, full-bodied. They're pulling out all these words, man. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Full body.
It's not-
velvety and deep.
It's not quite touching the boxed wine that's John's used to.
John tastes it's like, this is great. I can't even taste cardboard. It's missing that silver foil sort of.
Yeah, I just can't. Yeah, it's just got that flavor.
The plastic lip flip just does it for me.
I always see Kramer doing his description read. He's like bold, robust, very dry.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly nuttier and fruitier flavor. Anyway,
What do you think though? Do you think if someone gave you a wine and said there's a nutty, fruity flavor, do you taste anything like that, or is it just taste like the same shit?
the same shit.
No, look, there are sometimes you can pick up on certain flavors.
I must be very unrefined then, because I don't.
But I wouldn't say I have a refined palate or whatever.
I would not disagree with your self-description, mate.
It's good.
I always think of
Forbidden City
Cup. You have to kill the flavor taste. No, but like I went to one, and they were saying like there was fruity. I'm like, all right. They all say fruity. It's not sweet though.
Fruity with a nutty overtone. Standard.
That's a standard, yeah. But this one had like kiwi. I'm like, okay. And I drank it. It was a little bit sweet. You can't taste the kiwi, but the kiwi brings out
the furriness
sweetness
of the skin of the kiwi.
But then you go to some places.
Just pull it out of your mouth.
Yeah. Like actual skin.
There's just a waiter there standing next
I
to
think
you.
I'll pass on this one.
Very interesting.
There was one place, like every single bottle that we tried there was just so dry. Like as soon as you drank it, your mouth just felt like, like, where's the Venus, the Venus de Milo, whatever? It was like that. Like your mouth went so dry.
The ultimate gobsmacker.
Yeah. There was one bottle. It was, say when you go in, you have to pay you don't pay, but what happens is there's either a $5 or $10 tasting fee. Mm-hmm. If you buy something, you don't pay squat. But if you don't buy anything, then you pay the fee. So that's all they say, refundable, non-refundable, whatever. In one of the places, there was a $1,000 bottle of wine that you could pay $50 to taste it, but it was non-refundable. So you had to pay it regardless. Even if you bought a bottle, you still have to pay the $50 for 50 mil. $50 for 50 mil. And it was a
Scam?
I didn't try it. I should have, but I didn't.
$50 for what? A taste?
For 50 mil.
What's 50 mil? Like 250?
That's 500.
Okay,
They're probably about that much.
$50. Yeah.
It's a $1,000 bottle. I mean, who knows? Like for how many years it's been there? Like
Yeah, okay,
festering,
fair
not
enough.
festering, aging.
I don't know. I think the jury's out. I think you can buy a pretty cheap bottle of rosé or something that still tastes nice. You put in your cooking.
Yeah, look at what is it? Is it Aldi's like they keep getting wines of the
their
year.
awards, yeah.
and they're like, they're only like $8 bottles.
The Aldi branded wine won like 2 years in a row or something. Nicest wine.
Yeah, actually, I know a guy who was working at a winery at one point, and not Aldi, but what's the other German competitor? Lindl?
Yeah, Lidl.
Lidl, something like that. I think it was them. They were trying to tap into their wine to be their branded wine. So it was like Aussie booze, good quality, going to Germany and getting rebranded. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, there's been videos I've seen it, but like they've done studies, they've done everything.
Hang on, he's got a German joke clearly brewing in his tank. What is it? Just get it out. You're going to be giggling to yourself for the rest of the hour. Can you? What? I haven't seen him lose like this.
I just
Come on, man.
I'm just picturing like, Lidl, right? You go and buy a wine, you taste it, and they got like little tastings there, and you say, "Oh, this is pretty nice. What is that?"
You can't get it out.
And then they say, "There's overtones of jujube," and you're like, "Jujube? What's that?" Be like, "Oh yeah, they."
What are you doing, man? Seriously?
They pressure cook them in an oven in Germany and bring them down. Jujube ovens. I'm done.
Okay, hang on. This is what's scary here. I made
How
you guys.
fast did that whole story just play out in his
I
head?
was going to say, he started giggling really quickly. The fact that you got all of that in like 6 seconds is what's scary. The low-hanging fruit's always going to be there, and that's why I told you guys last time.
Yeah.
This is the low-hanging fruit hour. Okay? You were officially low-hanging fruit. But I did not know where you came up with that in like 4 seconds, man. That's terrible.
I couldn't get the punchline is Jujube ovened. It's the punchline of that. I was struggling to...
Jujube ovened in Germany. Why, man?
He can't breathe, man.
He actually can't.
I apologize to any Jews listening.
What is it got to do with Jews?
Jujube ovened.
That's like wordplay on top of a punchline.
On the pun. That's got layers.
Okay, let me tell you something. If it wasn't so low hanging, I'd still say that was genius. Yeah. I can't.
He's crying at his own joke.
No, man. Are you okay? Seriously, it's been a month, man.
He's been building up.
It's just a gasket about to explode.
He's just walking around the house cracking jokes.
It's just pointing at people into an imaginary audience.
Good. I apologize. That was anyway.
Are you sure?
Who was
He was talking about Audi Wines winning awards.
Aldi Wines? There we go.
Where did he come back from?
I don't know, man.
They've had studies where they've had experts, great fingers, that they've had them try $8, like $5 bottles of wine and $100 to $200 bottles of wine.
I like that. Turn the fan on.
Oh, I'll just take my jumper off. Are you guys hot?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'll take my...
You sure? Yeah.
That last one got me.
Experts, sorry.
And they can't tell the difference.
The taste test.
Yeah.
Standard, man.
Yeah.
It's like the what's it called? Is it the Woolies ice cream? I buy Woolies ice cream. It's like $4 a punnet.
Yeah.
Smashes the connoisseur stuff. That's like $9-12 depending where you buy from.
Yeah.
And a lot of them come from the same factory. They're just different buckets.
Yeah.
It's just
that's it.
spooning
Exactly.
into different. Yeah. It's the marketing that you pay for. The one that looks shiny and pristine and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Didn't we go into this whole thing about Panamax last time?
Yep.
But the only difference is the Panamax doesn't have the gloss coating.
Yeah.
But it's like 180% cheaper.
Yeah.
Sugar. Well, that's like with your frame. You know, you don't wear glasses, but you do. You know, your glasses, your frames, they all come out of the same warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. So you can pay $1,000 for a pair of Armani's, or I don't know, $200 or even $89 for another frame. They come out of the exact same thing. It's just one has the
Mark, I
marking.
remember-
You're paying for a name.
Yeah.
That's all you're paying for.
I remember years ago, man, I was at like a Christmas or an Easter or something. I was with my cousins, and my cousins was talking about buying sunnies, and she'd gone to Sunglasses Hut or wherever, and they pulled like the fresh pair. She's like, "Oh, don't take the pair off the display. I'll get you a fresh pair, to take with you." And she's pulled it out from underneath the counter or the box in the drawer, and it's just in the little slip, and they come out.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Man," I saw that. It like made me sick. Like I just paid $200-300 for a pair of designer sunnies, and it came out of this plastic sleeve.
Yeah.
I go, "What'd you think?" I go, "They just put it in a fancy schmancy box, and here's your shit
All the
wrapped in
finest
tinfoil."
silks are wrapped.
Yeah. We're still buying shit wrapped in tinfoil. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
100%.
When I first got introduced to, when I first got told that I had to wear glasses, I went down to an optometrist in Clayton.
Not that guy in the corner on the arcade.
No, some Asian chick.
Okay.
Oh, that guy.
Guy's been there forever.
I said, I came with you there when you were going to get contacts. You chickened out.
Yeah.
You bitch.
I still got my contacts.
You chickened out.
Why?
I don't know. It was like, how old was I? 16, 17?
Oh,
we
it was long
were
ago.
definitely in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's allowed to chicken out at that age.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway, my point is, right, so she was trying to hard sell me these frames, right, and they were like $500. And it was just the frames. I didn't realize that's what it was, and I didn't know like how cheap glasses were. And she's like, no. And she's like, yeah, they're $500, and then the actual lens is another $250 or something. Like, what the hell? $750 for a pair of glasses? Anyway, so I got to speak to my missus. I don't know what I'm doing. And then
How long have you been wearing glasses?
since last year.
Oh, it's only been that long.
Yeah. It's really recent. I've just got astigmatism. So
What does that mean?
when I'm looking at light, especially at night, the whole thing just like spreads out like a star.
You see, it's basically the shape of your eye. Eye, instead of being oval, circular,
Here's the
becomes more oval.
master.
I've got astigmatism as well. Basically, your eye isn't the proper shape it should be. It's more squashed, and you can't do anything about it.
How does that happen?
It just happens, yeah, basically.
Too much.
Were you always like that?
No. Just one day, like
He could
my eyesight.
have been compensating because the other eye compensates.
Does it just happen over time?
Yeah, you can get it. You can be born with it, and it develops straight away, or you're born with it, but I mean, it just develops over time. Some can develop straight away. Some can take years and years and years.
So hang on. At night, if you see a light, it flares out.
Yeah.
So like it becomes a flare like across your eye, like you can't see.
It's not so much a flare. It's like if you're looking at a light, like for you, you'll just see a normal headlight. But for me, it like spreads out like a star. It just like it doesn't flare out, but it spreads and it covers
obscures your vision.
Yeah. Well, it's just really distracting more than anything. It's sort of like if you look at a star and it's got those 4 points like that, that part just extends out everywhere and it becomes bigger, sort of thing. And that, it's distracting as hell. It's really annoying. But my eyesight's still pretty good. Like I can still read.
Okay, read the barcode numbers, Andy.
7, 5, 2, 6. Fuck you.
I got a 5. Actually, there are no 5s.
Damn. I was reading my barcode. Sorry.
There are no 7s and there are no 5s.
3, 0.
Literally no numbers were correct. It's like Hans Mob.
Anyway,
2.
$750 for a pair of glasses, which is such a rip. And she was, the chick there was, oh no, it's a good price. And I'm
Especially the privately owned ones, like
yeah,
the ones,
that's what it was.
They're even more expensive than the actual like franchise stuff.
And then I went to Oscar Wiley,
Who's Oscar Wiley?
just another optometrist,
Another
whatever they do. Whatever.
franchise.
Yeah, another franchise. Anyway, I went and saw that guy there, and he's like, "Yeah, your eyes stuffed, your glasses." And then I got 2 pairs for $200. What?
What?
What's going on here? Like, and they're great. They've I haven't had a problem with them. Throw them around.
You've been wearing glasses since what? Like early high school? Mid high school?
I should have started wearing them when I was in grade 6, but I was the cool kid at the back of the classroom. So I refused to.
Yes.
Facing the wall.
And because of that, now I'm stuck with them. No, but I would have had to wear them anyway because of the stigmatism. Pretty much since I was 16, I think. 16, 17.
I remember it was somewhere in the middle of high school.
Yeah. I've had them my entire life.
Okay. How have you adjusted?
To
How often do you wear them?
Oh, every day. Like when I'm at my computer. I wear them more so because they've got blue light filter on them as well. So just because I spend so much time in front of my computer, I used to wear blue light filter, but now I just wear those instead because they're not tinted. They're a
Are you sitting at your monitor with actual blue tinted glasses?
Yellow. Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because I'm just like something from like The Matrix or
Yeah,
that old hacker movie with Jolie,
With
with the bleached tips and
that was back in the early days.
the bead necklaces. The old 90s surfer look who happens to be a hacker.
The shells? Hello, 2003.
The parachute jackets.
Yeah. Okay. How have you adjusted, like, to wearing glasses all the time?
It was rough for the first couple of months
Why?
because you're not used to it.
What is it that you're not used to? Because
The feeling.
Shouldn't your eyesight just automatically...
No, it's something like because you're so free up here. So when you put something on your face and it's constantly sitting on your ears and your ears start getting irritated, your nose gets a little bit irritated, everything feels like a bit too closed in. And then, naturally you get used to it. Sometimes I completely forget I'm wearing them now.
So at the moment, with Eddie's glasses on, his brain's running normal because it's not compensating. The second you put on the glasses, that's why they say you give it a couple of weeks and you get new glasses because your brain actually has to work and like basically work together with the glasses to create that sharper image. That's why a lot of people, when they start on new glasses for the first time, or if their prescription changes, if it gets worse, there's always about a 2 to 3 week adjusting period because the brain has to accommodate it. It has to adjust.
When you mean adjusting, meaning what? Changing lenses?
Yeah. Or going to first time to glasses.
Because it's always trying to symmetry the image that you're looking at. It's pretty crazy. The optometrist did explain that to me as well. But yeah, that was pretty weird because as soon as you take them off, you get like almost head spin sometimes. It's weird.
You're going from sharp image to like, how would you describe? I don't know how to describe it when I don't have them on.
In the first few seconds, it's like
It's just blurry, but
Yeah,
not
blurry.
But not blurry like how they portray it on TV shows and movies, where it's like, oh, I can't see anything. It's blurry in the sense where you just can't, like, it's just not sharp.
It's kind of like it's like a light head spin.
Hazy?
Yeah.
Would you call it hazy?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not blurry.
Almost like, not foggy, but it's.
It's not to the point where you don't know, like you can't adjust. It's just that it's almost like
Details just aren't there.
Yeah. It's like everything's trying to just like load.
It's a loading
dial up.
screen.
It's like dial up days. You're just
Oh, you
waiting
know
for
what
it
it's
to
like?
load.
It's like when you're looking at a 240 resolution as opposed to a 1080.
Pretty much.
So, okay, so all the pixels aren't there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can make out who you're talking to. You just can't see the sharpness of their eyebrows
Yeah.
or something.
You count 99 instead of 101 hairs.
All right. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't wear glasses. Everyone else wore it. And everyone used to say to me, you're going to be blind, blah, 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 sitting in front of the computer. The only one that doesn't wear glasses out of everyone. It's really weird. Should I go get my eyesight checked?
Check them every 2 years.
I did it randomly. I literally went in randomly just for a free check because I was like, I've never done it before. I've never ever been to one. And then he was like, yeah, this one's worse than this one. You need glasses. I'm like, oh, okay. And no shit. When I never realized it, right? Everything looked normal to me. All this looks normal. And then as soon as they put the glasses on you, you can't explain the difference. It's insane. Everything goes, like he said, it goes to HD. And then I was like, okay, now I understand what you're talking about. Like, I do need glasses because, standard definition's not working for me.
You should check them. Yes. Definitely.
But you don't notice it. Like, I did not know at all.
Yeah, that's right. You just think it is what it is.
Now, see, I don't remember. I think the last time I had my eyesight tested was when I applied for that job with the ADF. That was 2016, man. So like 6 years ago. I haven't had my eyesight tested since. Actually, did I get my eyesight tested when I went for my gun license? I think it was just a read the letters on the wall sort of thing. Nothing like HD shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that maybe I should go and have
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
I mean, like you were just saying, like when you don't have them on, your brain has taught itself to think that is what is normal. As soon as you put them on, that's why it's like, oh, it's trying to
It's super
readjust and then tell you that this is what is normal now.
Why do I feel like I'm going to go get my eyesight tested and eventually they're going to send me outside with like a walking cane and like polarized reverse mirrors?
Look, man, you're right. You got a bike. I would think
These are ladies'
to be able
frames.
to. These are ladies.
Gloria Vanderbilt collection.
What does he say? Hello, madam. When he walks in.
Can I have one of those, madam? What's that about ladies' frames? I can sympathize with the whole putting it on your head and feeling awkward sort of thing. Everyone that knows me knows I was obsessed with like sunglasses, designer sunglasses for a long period of time. Then when I got my car and tinted the windows too dark, I don't need them anymore. Like I used to wear them because I used to work in cold storage. Yeah, I was indoors all day in a room within a room within a room, so we saw no sunlight. Even on overcast days, it would be glare, so I had to wear sunnies no matter what. Once I got the tinted windows on the car, didn't need sunnies anymore. So now when I put sunnies on, it feels really awkward.
What percentage did you get on the windows?
What's legal? Like
30.
13? I think
35 is legal.
Yeah, I've gone over that.
I don't know. I don't know how you do it because I put it on my Audi that I had. It was 13 or 16%, one of those two, and I couldn't drive. You can't drive. Like,
Well, you're going to get the front tinted.
oh, okay.
What are you driving?
Yeah, I got the front.
Are you out of your
I had
mind?
the front tinted.
Like your Secret Service. You know what
I had to
mean?
pay the guy extra because he's like, it's illegal. I'm like, it's fine, just do it.
His face. Oh, okay. Lucky you worked with cars for how many years?
Well, that's why I wanted it to look good. But yeah, I gave the guy a couple $100 extra and he did the front for me.
You don't do the front. It's illegal.
It's illegal, yeah. I know, but I was already doing an illegal tint. I mean,
No,
Yeah, but it's worse there.
My illegal tint went on the passenger and the thing, right? Because it's a coupe.
yeah.
And the guy that I got the tinted through, he said, you want to go darker because it's going to match the privacy windows in the back and
Yeah,
the rear
yeah,
window.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to look stupid. So there's going to be an issue. He goes, nah. He goes, no one knows the difference. Like,
Yeah.
You've got the privacy windows already like that. This is stock as far as you know. This is how it came out of the factory. I said, okay, that makes sense. Get the front window tinted. Fucking idiot.
But the problem was I couldn't see
How'd
out
you not die?
I couldn't see out the sides either. That was the issue.
But that's the thing.
I couldn't see
At
pedestrians walking. Yeah.
No, I can't see out of my
Oh no, I have to have the windows down at night.
Yeah, windows down.
So what do you do with the winds?
Just kicks it out, smashes
It's
it.
like the old school windows in the hotels. Like, look at
No, I'm not even kidding. Often, if I drove at night, I'd have to
Why
stick
do
my
you
head
always
out the
have a
window.
stupid story like
I'm not
this,
even
man?
kidding. You can ask any of my mates. They all saw me having to stick my head out the window and just be like, I can't see anything.
Audi, brand new, you know what I mean? Tinted windows. Looks like it belongs to the mob. He's Andy with his head sticking out, trying to turn into his driveway.
Oh, man.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it was like a condition upon entry. It's like if I have, if I need to see something, I'd tell them to stick their head out the window and be like, "Is any cars coming or any cars on that side?" I couldn't see anything.
You're fucked.
Right.
This is a fun fact. You can actually get illegal tints on your glasses.
What?
You can get the same thing. You can get tints on your glasses that are illegal. Darker. You can get darker levels that are illegal to have.
I think those are just called sunglasses.
No. You can get, I know. I'm serious. There are.
He's gone. I think he's spent at least 20 minutes with his hand in his face. What do you mean illegal?
There's illegal tints on glasses. I'm serious.
So then what are sunnies?
These sunnies are enough. I think these are for sunnies. I'm pretty sure these are for sunnies.
Have
I
we
think they are.
cracked the code of living in plain sight? Is this where the Illuminati starts? I'm serious.
I'm pretty sure it's for sunnies. You can go too dark, where then it's like.
But how? So then what are
Because
sunnies?
can you imagine walking down the street and a cop just comes, "Excuse me, sir.
just keep
Are those
walking.
illegally tinted sunglasses?" No, man, I came out of the factory like this, I swear.
Gonna need you to step inside the car, mate.
I'm going to need to see some receipts. It makes a run for it.
Dives out of the car, drop and roll,
Shoots the beam into the lenses to test it.
comes back.
So I'm sorry to let you know, but this is 14%, way past the legal limit of 25.
I bought them on Marketplace, man. You know what I mean? We're going to need to see some identification.
Did you see that video on
It's a
YouTube?
14-day notice to get it removed.
It's a little yellow sticker on.
They duct tape them to your face.
Clamp and conk. Erangeria.
They clamp a pair of sunnies to your face for 14 days. You got to go pay the fine to get them off.
All the way down to the EPA.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's for sunnies.
That's ridiculous.
We had a customer come in. They
gonna
tinted
walk
them
in.
2 levels too dark.
I'm going to walk
That
in
was legal, and then they break them or something, and
I'm
they
going to
won't cover them.
to his work wearing a pair of mirrored aviators, like the highway cop. Just big dick energy. Just stroll in. We don't allow those sunnies in here. Yeah, mate. I do what I want. You know?
But did you just realize what he said, though?
What?
He basically just said someone broke their sunnies and they weren't covered. So you literally can buy insurance for your glasses and then you have an illegal tint. Like a car that they won't cover you if you break them. So do you have any modifications on these sunglasses?
Are these aftermarket lenses?
just legal tint. I did it down to, it was just down to the shop there.
Who? What is it? What are their names?
We're going to need names and
Yeah,
ABN numbers. ABN numbers.
Are they a licensed dealer? His name's Tony. Yeah. That's ridiculous. I've never heard of this ever.
I just found out about a week ago.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't
Like, what are sunglasses?
I think it is for sunnies where you can get them darker than they are, because when you get your glasses, your frames, you can ask for, like you say, different shades of tint. So you can go dark, and then eventually where it's basically just black, you're blind.
Blind. You're such a slave to fashion. You buy a pair of sunnies where you're literally blind. You got
Just
the
walk
cane.
into every... No, but you don't want to admit it and say you don't get the cane. You just walk into every... Ooh, excuse me, man. Excuse me, sir.
Go up to a bar and go to lean on the bar and miss it completely. Just land. Wow, those are expensive sunglasses.
I can just picture him like walking. John's walking into Baker's Delight. He's like tapping with his cane everywhere. Yeah, gets through the electric doors up to the counter. Oh, hello, sir. Can I get you something? Takes them off. Yeah, can I? That was pretty good. I'd like the croissant ham cheese. Can you get that toasted for me?
Pointing at everything.
Yeah, just pointing at everything.
Fresh your barbecue bonanzas.
And what's that up there? That seeded one. What's that one? Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Back coming out of the oven. Is that fresh?
Oh, is that a pizza?
He puts the sunnies back on and then walks out blind.
Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, man.
Where am I, man?
Isn't it something you would do? I can picture him doing it.
Yeah, but he'd have that disabled sticker on his car as well. Dude, you wear the sunnies. Wait, hang on. What would be more stupid? Having a disabled sticker in your car for citing blindness, yeah? Wearing the sunnies blind to the car, getting in and then taking them off and driving away? Or walking to the car normally, then putting the sunnies on and driving blind away?
No, the first one.
Which one would do more damage, man?
No, I can just picture him getting to the car, pulling out his keys, looking for him, and he's got the sunnies on. He's like, fuck's sake, I can't see anything. Doesn't even comprehend. Take the sunnies off.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
I'm looking at this YouTube page, and out of all, 8 recommendations, I've got at least 6 of those in the last couple of days on mine.
Same ones?
Yeah.
You would have gotten the Obi-Wan Kenobi teaser.
I got the Obi-Wan.
Because that would be monetized.
Yeah, I got the Obi-Wan. I got the Will Smith one. I got the
Will
Zealand.
Smith one's only there because you sent it to us.
Oh, really?
I've never seen it before. This is linked. This is obviously linked to all my accounts.
But I sent it through the thread, so
but I looked at it.
and it will pop up straight away like
because
that.
that's got like my Google account linked.
But I've had stuff that you guys send me through the thread, and then those links don't pop up in YouTube.
Yeah, but do you have both accounts?
Yeah, everything's
both devices.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
same?
yeah.
Well, there's an option you can set to like
Maybe I've got it turned off.
recommendations.
The man born in 1853, I've got.
What is that?
I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I've had the same recommendation, and the South Park one,
Should we watch it?
and the Soviet one as well.
Let's watch it. Let's watch. You remember Peter Griffin? Hang on, wait. Here we go. The man born in 1853 talks about his childhood in the 1860s. The hell? Where's no sound? Is that normal? Oh, I know what. Hang on, I'll rewind.
Back then, they weren't the talkies.
The talking pictures? Vaudeville. No, I call it the talking pictures. You can still make a kid, you just need to give it. Watch my
back. Watch my number. Kid, can you get my tablets in my back pocket?
Kid, you want to be a sport? Get one of the pills in my back pocket, put them on my tongue. Far out, man. All right, hang on, yeah. There we go. Man born in 1853 talks about his childhood in the 1860s, filmed in 1932.
65 years ago, about 65 years ago, I came across the ocean from England to the United States, the family settling in Philadelphia. I there attended the public schools and the Boys Central High School eventually, but there was an interval between my attendance of one of the schools. It was not a direct succession. I was forced out of school at 11 to stay out 2 years because the entrance age of the Boysville High School was 13, and I was only 11. So the problem was what to do with me during the 2 extra years. Well, some of the advisors said, keep him away from books and let him develop physically. I said, if you do that, you might as well kill me now, because I've got to have my books. So they modified the decision into saying, well, you can have them, all right. So I got hold of a book which was called The Magician's Own Book, a book telling of puzzles and tricks and all kinds of little things, chemistry experiments, electrical experiments.
1857.
The electrical chapter was what struck me at once. And they told how to make an electrical machine out of a wine bottle. And I immediately set to work and made just such a machine. and started it in operation. And I got my first view of electric sparks from that machine, my first knowledge of electricity from that machine. And I made a whole lot of apparatus which is recommended to be made, like Leyden jars and little things of attraction and repulsion, dancing figures and so on, and I had that whole equipment. Along with a stool which was made by bottles and a board for making an insulated stool in order to insulate a person that wanted to be charged. And we charged them. With an arrangement of this kind, my father rather poo-pooed the magnitude of my efforts, and I thought I had to get even with him somehow, so I made a battery of 5 jars and put them into operation and asked him to take the shock. I never heard after he took that shock any more derogatory remarks about my apparatus.
So he just killed his father. Is what I...
He didn't kill his father, you idiot.
How do you know that? He just said my
He just
father...
said he never made any more
because he was
derogatory-
dead!
Hang on.
What the
Interesting
hell?
channel. What channel is it? That's interesting.
Hang on. What's it say? Life in the 1800s.
I might check it out.
Man, born in 1853, talks about childhood in the 1860s, filmed in 1932. So how old was he there? He was like 80. So he'd been like an 80-year-old man in the 30s.
Yep.
That's really surreal. Like when you think that, I mean, think about it. Like look at Red Dead, yeah? That was set at the turn of the century.
1910 or something
Yeah.
like that. 19.
Like just after,
Yeah.
just into 1900s. But you wouldn't think like you'd have people like that on record. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A man born in 1853. It's like, did you see that meme the other day? Oh, you wouldn't have seen it. It was me, my brain, and what wrestling 25 years ago looked like. And it was a picture of Macho Man Hogan in WWF. But wrestling actually 25 years ago was a picture of Stone Cold.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I didn't... Yeah.
Think about it.
That's very
25
interesting.
years ago, he's like, wow, 25 years ago, I would
Back
have
in
been
the...
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior days.
I would have been 13 or something, right? But I picture Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, Ravishing Rick Rude, and
Yeah.
Rick the Model Martel. But it's actually Stone Cold, Mick Foley.
That's crazy.
That's how far we've come. When do you reckon that technology will sort of
Peak?
not even? Well, how much more different do you reckon it's going to get from here on out?
I don't think
Well,
it can.
I was about to say the same because now everything's just recorded. Everything's always footage is being taken of everything every second, all the time. That was like at the very inception of that type of stuff.
But it was. But that's the thing. That was 1932. Obviously, we've gotten better since then. We've got HD quality now, right? I mean, that's just a pretty rough looking video.
If anything, I think it might be like our parents' generation because they're still coming from like their carryover of that old world.
What do you mean?
Well, they all grew up overseas. I mean, you could still say it could still happen with people from other countries that are immigrating now, but they still have the technology. I'm saying like our parents who came over from Italy and Greece and France and Spain and whatever, from 50 years ago. Back then, that was old world. That was just after World War II. This tech like video footage was still the talkies. It was still talkies back then, So that's that generation, not this man's generation, but it's that generation where they didn't have video on their phone whenever they wanted it. They'd have to go out of their way to the town centre, to the plaza, and there might be some people just experimenting with a camera.
Do you see that? Oh, the lies that. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. Hopefully I've got it saved. I think I might have deleted it by accident. Hang on a second. This one was good. Wait a second. Wait. Carry on.
Oh, okay. Why you jerk yourself off? Go on.
Sure. The hilarious thing is when we were in Adelaide, it was like I pull into the hotel. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there'd be a Warhammer around here. I wonder if it's very far away. So I Googled it. The closest Warhammer from you is 50 metres away.
Oh, what was it right behind you?
It was in the street. I was like, ooh.
Closed.
Yeah, closed. They've got this thing about closing at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
that.
Adelaide, man. What do you expect?
What the hell?
I've heard that.
Yeah. Everything shuts. You couldn't get a mule.
Everything.
You can't get a mule after 7:30.
So I was doing like last minute dashes on the Rundle in Rundle Mall on the last day for the last half hour. I visited probably about, 12 shops in the last 20 minutes.
It was about Rundle Mall. Like, it was big.
It's massive. It's massive.
There's nothing like, it's everything you see at Chatty.
It's the same stuff here, but it's just massive. I thought we had seen, because we went up it on the day we got, on the Sunday, went up, checked it out, checked out the other side. I'm like, it's just like, there's nothing
It's
about
just a shopping centre.
Yeah. But then, Monday when we got back from Harndorf, there was still some time. I'm like, oh, just go have a walk about and go check out some of these, because there was like a few, like game stores, like for, just to see, they said miniatures, and I'll go check out some places. And as I was coming back, I came down Rundle Mall, and I'm like, oh, I'll go check out this shop, because Dean was looking for this one. So I went in there, there's a Maya. I went up the Maya, 5-level Maya. I've never seen a Maya this big. As I'm heading up, I'm getting vertigo because I'm looking up the escalators. As I'm looking outside the store.
Maybe if you had your tinted
It's
glasses.
one escalator.
It was just tinted glasses.
Because you're going up each level. But as I looked up to the side, you could see each escalator.
Right.
I'm like, oof. As I look outside of the actual shop of Maya, there's crap tons of shops out there as well. Like, it's just a compact spot that has 5 levels of shops that is just so hidden, you wouldn't even think there were that many shops in there.
I know, but like, it's not like the prices are any different.
No, they're not.
It's exactly the same.
Well, yeah, that's true. Look, there was a lot of sales at the time when we were there.
I think I might have bought a shirt when I was there just because I felt like buying a new shirt. I think that was it.
All the souvenir shops are shut because there's been no tourist industry. So I couldn't even get
What did you want to get?
Yeah, I was going to say,
What could you possibly get?
kangaroo.
get a polo that says Adelaide.
A magnet with Cooper
I just
Pedy
get
on
something
it.
for the for the
what
old
did didgeridoo?
Yeah, I wanted a didgeridoo actually. Yeah.
Go to Adelaide and
High
buy
sales for
didgeridoo.
those.
Yeah.
The thing that I was saying before was there was a thread on Twitter or whatever from Uberfax saying, what's something you were warned about as a child that you now feel was exaggerated? And like everyone obviously sends in a response. One of them was that I wouldn't have a calculator on me all the time. Do you remember when you had to do maths as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're not going to have a calculator on you all the time? Dude, we've got calculators literally left, right, and center. So, what's the importance in figuring out how to do maths?
Yeah, now is
Advanced maths.
Well,
is
none.
it dead?
Yeah, dead.
No. Honestly, is advanced maths dead?
I mean, I just did it. Like, I just did some level of advanced maths in my boot camp that I was doing. And even my instructors were saying, like, it's just pointless.
What do you mean it's pointless?
Like, because it's such a niche thing. Who's going to be using that? It's so niche that most of the technology now exists. The foundations exist. You don't really need to develop on it. And so because you don't need to develop on it, all those calculations are already done. Everything works. So
do you think they're still teaching maths to the extent like how they taught us in primary school?
They'd have to.
They tell them. They
there's
teach
still
the
methods.
basics. They would
There's
teach
still
the basics,
foundation methods, advanced,
Yeah.
etc.
but they would still teach there. Yeah.
I don't know any young people to ask.
Here's another one. The entire concept of a permanent record following you through from elementary school through college. So from primary school through to university level, anything you ever did was put on your permanent record. You remember that? We got used to get spooked about that.
Oh, there was though, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
if you got detention, if you got shitty
It was just a
grade.
folder that got passed on to each teacher every year.
Yeah, like
That
a
was it.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would haunt you for the rest of your day.
I was never too worried about it. But yeah, there technically is something now. It's called social media.
Yeah.
In 2001, Cupcake
Yeah.
said...
Well, did you see what happened with Will Smith and who else?
So we were
Jim
addressing
Carrey.
it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
wanna start?
Jim Carrey's a gun,
You
man.
wanna
It's
start
true.
up? Okay, hang
I
on.
loved his answer. So what would you be doing? Well, I would be waking up Monday morning
Suing everyone.
for $200 million.
Okay, you actually... Okay, hang on. Are we honestly going down this path already?
We can if you want.
I just sent you guys something in the chat. Look at that.
Oh, what did you do?
Might as well since we're talking about it now.
Okay, hang on. What did you send?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the fist half clenched. Okay, so it was another meme of the Chris Rock and Will Smith. He thought about it for a quick second. Okay, fine. Let's just go on. Fine.
Oh, we don't have to.
No.
We don't have to.
It's
Are we
literally-
supposed to do a brackets today as well?
Yeah, we are.
What was it about?
Are we?
Yeah, he's got one planned.
You've got to be done in an hour and a half. You think you're going to have a bracket done? You've got to end this in the next 20 minutes.
Relax. The bracket was, what animal could you take in a fight?
That's it.
But this is so subjective because we could just say, no, you couldn't.
No, but the point
why?
was... No,
Huh?
How and why? And there wasn't it something like, did you say, or am I making this up, that you had time to prepare, but so did the animal?
That was the actual that was the meme.
Yeah.
What I saw it was just a shit post on Instagram, and it was
How would the animal prepare? How would the animal prepare?
said-
He would eat more protein. He'd run a few extra Ks.
It said, if you ever want to waste...
Choose your weapon. Elephant just picks up a broadsword.
Swinging it like
This doesn't seem fair.
The gorilla's putting on gloves. You know what I mean?
He's grabbing the medieval armor. Hang on a second.
No. I said, the meme was, if you ever want to waste an hour, ask a guy what animal he could take in a fight. And then the converse said, yeah, would the animal have time to prepare? And no. All right. So then I flipped it and said, all right, then what animal would ultimately win every fight against a man? So we had to bracket up every group of animal and say which one could be taken out by a dude. The right dude.
Yeah.
He's the right dude.
But that... All right, we assume that we're throwing in a guy that's been bred from the wild, man, like knows how to...
Okay.
Can fight. Okay?
Steve Irwin.
Well,
He died from a stingray.
but he wasn't expecting.
but he wasn't expecting
ready.
it.
He wasn't expecting it.
And he's in water. It's hard to
It was
navigate.
a king, what do you call it? It was a
defend
king
yourself.
punch.
Okay, Steve Irwin was good against crocs. Do you reckon he could handle himself against like a saber-toothed tiger?
Well, he never got hurt before the stingray, right?
I would put the guys in from that...
He had a missing whole forearm. Was just a thing, just a prop.
He's just a full Robocop.
prosthetic.
I
We
was
can
gonna
rebuild
say,
him.
I'd have Siegfried and Roy in for that one, man. Say hello to Anastasia. Hello, big tiger, wake up. He just takes him out. Which is sad. One of them did die like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they both dead now? I think the last guy
Yeah, I
died
think
like
so.
a year
So,
later.
yeah.
Anyway, rest in peace. Now, before we get into the animal kingdom, let's go back to the animal kingdom in Hollywood.
Oof.
Will
That was
Smith,
that was smooth.
Will Smith. I didn't even set that up. All right, Will Smith.
Like velvet.
Oh fuck. Will Smith and Chris Rock. Okay, that blew up quick.
This better not be in the title.
Why?
Because that's just a low point for us right
Well,
now.
we're all
Of course
about
it
the
is.
low-hanging
We're
fruit,
all
though.
about the low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
You
all right.
set that bar a long time ago.
I'm going to have to think of a black joke. All right, keep going.
Okay, the reason why I harkened it back was because of that video that came out from his two videos have come out from this outside of the actual incident. Will Smith was on the Arsenio Hall show making fun of a guy in the audience who was bald,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, Will Smith's no better than blah blah blah." And then the other one was Jim Carrey back at the MTV Awards or something. He forcefully tried to plant a kiss on Drew Barrymore. Barrymore was like 21 at the time. Jim Carrey was like 35 something. And they're like, oh, that was assault, la, 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 la. Who's Jim Carrey to talk about what's going on with Will Smith and Chris Rock? Whole point was you're going to compare Will Smith. And I hate Will Smith, I always have.
We haven't even addressed the fact that he won an Oscar and you can't stand him.
Yeah, no, I can't stand him.
How were his acting chops? And we talked about that movie too, like 3 podcasts ago.
We did. We didn't think we were going to trigger something like him slapping Chris Rock. No. What was I saying? Yeah. Even though I can't stand the man, I'm not in the camp of, oh, look what he said against a bald dude when he was like 21, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It makes no sense. That's why I don't like this whole, look what they did in 1993.
Yeah,
Look what he did, look what she said, yeah.
The Kevin Hart thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
tweet
mean-
from 15 years ago
Yeah.
or whatever.
I love, did you see what Ricky Gervais said?
Yeah.
He goes, if I was on there, I would have actually made fun of her boyfriend. Not her boy, like her bald
Yeah,
head.
but everyone said that. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first thing I said. My first tweet about the whole thing after I saw the incident, I'll read it to you.
I can't stand her. I just can't
Jada
stand
Pinkett
it. Yeah,
Smith.
can't stand her.
She's untalented.
Yeah.
And she got called for laughing, right?
Well, that's the
Yeah,
other
because
thing.
then that's the thing. From another viewpoint, and she's laughing as he slept.
Yeah.
Yeah. My two things. Sorry, man.
No,
my
go,
two
go.
things.
Yeah.
My two things were my tweet that came out straight away was Will Smith gets angry when Chris Rock makes a G.I. Jane joke and slaps him on live TV. Doesn't get angry when his wife tells him point blank that on a televised program that she was jamming some dude that they invited into their
Oh,
house.
he's well and truly cucked.
Yeah. That he just sits there and cries and takes it up the arse. Doesn't say anything. Yeah? That's fine. Chris Rock makes a joke about G.I. Jane because she's got a military buzz cut, and that's enough for him to get up, slap a guy.
Because she has alopecia.
Yeah, but to his
She's
benefit-
suffering, Dim. She's
To
suffering.
his benefit of the doubt,
I don't think it's painful.
Yeah, no, but everybody's projecting. She has
right.
a disease, so therefore she's suffering.
Right. Yeah.
benefit of the doubt.
They have been in the spotlight a little bit too much in the last couple of years.
Dude,
but anyway.
Chris Rock may not have fucking known that she had alopecia.
I didn't.
I didn't.
But it's his job to know. You should know these things before. I told you, when you walk in the room, it's a dick measuring contest.
So
What
was
do you
he-
have?
was
You
he
should know
actually jamming
everything. Who?
Chris Rock
Who?
jamming Jada.
No.
Maybe. Who knows?
No,
Mate,
no.
he-
no.
know.
Chris Rock wasn't. It's August. What's his name? August something. He's an R&B singer.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, I've just seen a couple of people saying like
No.
they're fighting over it from years ago when he
No,
was
no,
jamming it.
he-
Yeah, I
made
heard
fun
something.
of her,
He had made fun of her.
He made fun of her like 10 years ago on another show or something, or another award show.
Right.
Gave it some more shit, and then, can't get over it. The whole thing is you give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't know she had alopecia. And someone I spoke to about
Even if he
this-
did.
Someone I spoke to about this was like, oh, she's been very vocal about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I didn't know. What was it? Do I have to do the background and every single person in the thing? Interestingly, Will Smith was laughing at that damn joke.
They both did.
Will Smith was laughing at the joke.
Then you looked
until
at she rolled her eyes.
She rolled her eyes, and then he sort of took it, like you can see, you see that one with the Ralph Wiggum thing? Here, look, if you pause it, you can see exactly the one where his heart breaks. Right.
But the thing is, the camera actually goes away from like we still haven't seen that moment where he changes from laughter to not.
It happened pretty quickly.
But it doesn't show you that.
No, because he's laughing.
Yeah, and then it
And
just
then
goes
he
back to Chris.
Then, yeah.
And then Chris is like, that was a good joke. And then
Yeah.
suddenly Will gets up after that. But it doesn't show you that. Like, no one really knows what part clicked in his head that he was like, oh shit, I'm laughing. She's pissed off. Like, I would have loved to actually see him turn to her, see that she's rolled her eyes. Then he got up and was like, okay, well, that's unacceptable.
Well, then there's another, or I don't know. Yeah, go.
No, go.
Then there's another conversation to be had. Do you walk up and hit someone if you don't like a joke that they've told?
No. Now he's just opened a door for assault on every comedian who tells an offensive joke, which is every joke.
And is it Andrew Schultz? Is that the guy, the comedian? Andy Schultz?
No.
Andrew Schultz? He just takes a piss out of everyone in the audience. He's got a podcast and he's already like donning medieval armor. He's like, got to go like do a stand-up tonight, so I'm getting ready.
Well, this is my reaction. Right after, I posted a video of Don Rickles at his tribute night. It was not long before he passed away. Don Rickles, the famous insult comedian, yeah? He's in a theatre full of like comedians, actors, just taking the piss out of everyone. In the span, and I played two jokes. I snippeted two jokes. One, he talks about Marty Scorsese, and he's like, Marty Scorsese's got a problem with asthma. So he's like, every set he's like, asthma's a disease. Yeah? Asthma's a disease.
Yeah.
He's Don Rickles, one of the greatest comedians of all time, making fun of a dude with asthma for his asthma. And then he makes fun of the fact that they're in whatever hall they're in. And he goes, this is the hall of the blacks. And I can see three of yous. And he goes, nah, but, seriously, I got no problems with you black people. I love yous. Because even right now, there's probably two of yous upstairs in my room robbing me. You know what I mean? Crowd, Tracy Morgan goes off. Like, everyone loses it. You know what I mean? One of the famous insult comedians of all time. So what? No more insult comedy? Because we can't make fun of people?
No.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's that whole South Park thing where if you can make fun of one thing, it needs to be okay with everything.
Yeah.
The other one I played, which I'll play for you as well.
Which, by the way, I can't wait till we see the South Park episode about Will Smith slapping.
Oh, it's going to be magnifique.
How times have changed.
That might bring me back finally. I haven't watched any South Park in years.
What are they going to play? Sorry?
South Park will probably release an episode next week.
Once they do something on this. Yeah.
Chris and
It'll
Will,
be up there with the Tom Cruise episode.
It's probably going to be Randy, though. They're going to substitute Randy.
It'll be Randy.
100%.
Okay. Hang on. Dude, I played this because someone said, something about being offensive or, you can't make fun of someone. There was a low fruit or you can't, I think the comment was, you can't make fun of someone's disease or something. And
Make fun of whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm glad you went there when Jeff Ross roasted,
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross roasted Courtney Love at Pamela
Oh,
Anderson's roast.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know this.
Yeah.
A round of applause for not singing tonight.
This is, yeah, I remember this one.
How is it possible that Courtney Love looks worse than Kurt Cobain? What? You fucking pick on me? Who you gonna get help from Pamela Manderson?
All right. My whole point was that, dude, Kurt Cobain had been dead for about 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
Jeff Ross literally tells a woman that she looks worse than her dead ex-husband who shot himself in the head with a shotgun.
Yep.
No one got hit.
Yeah.
No one got hit. People were dying. People were literally dying of laughter.
But like you said, this was quite a few years ago now. I haven't watched any races recently.
No, this was like 2005.
Do they still do roasts?
Yeah.
They do, but...
What's the most recent roast that they've done? I haven't heard it.
Wasn't it the dude... the most recent one was... what was that actor? The one that he got done in the 80s for...
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. Was that the last one?
It was just
Was it
done in the 80s?
Rob Lowe.
That was, I think, the most big name recent one, I think. But that
know.
would have been at least 5-6 years ago, at least.
Didn't they roast Bieber as well? I think they roasted Bieber.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Are we talking about Comedy Central roasts, yeah?
Yeah,
Like
they're okay. They're pretty. Those ones are very low hanging fruit. Those ones. They're not smart. It's not smart. Like, you look at like the Don Rickles stuff from back then. Like it's just quick and like it's just you can tell he's making up stuff on the spots.
Yeah, because those ones had people like Robin Williams in the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had Eddie Murphy in the audience. You had all these comedians in the audience.
You got like some comedians.
Well, you had
and
Snoop. You had Snoop roast Bieber. Like,
and
Snoop's not funny. He's just stoned.
Yeah.
He's not, man.
No, he's not. No.
He pulls one quip or two quips out, but he's not a comedian.
No.
Anyway, that was my big thing. The fact that, like, give me a break, man. You have to give...
Maybe his career.
The thing that surprised that
This idiot.
look at his face. Look at the smiling grin.
Such a dick. Seriously. Yeah, no. My big thing... What'd you unplug? Oh, that's the light for the... It's there. Your USB's on the cable's on the ground.
You're a mess.
You ruined it.
You ruined everything. I just can't get over how much support has been for Will Smith. Like he has
I haven't seen any.
There's been heaps of support.
Are you joking?
No, I haven't seen any.
It's probably 50-50.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Yeah, it's not leaning in one way anymore, man. It's 50-50.
Which shows, I think, like, I mean, Twitter's not real life at the end of the day. You can't expect what's said there to be projected on everybody else. But because it is Twitter, then everybody takes it on board because it's, social media and you've got all these.
It's just so easy to bot Twitter though. Like,
yeah, I know.
Everything's fake.
Yeah. But just so many people are like, yeah, he's good. He had every right.
Well, he resigned from the Academy.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Today? Oh, I saw it today, yeah.
My mate messaged me and said, well, you got your wish. Will Smith is no longer making movies. I'm like, nah.
After he got his Oscar, of course. If he didn't get the Oscar, he'd be like, I'll see you next year.
Well, they've been calls for him to send it back.
Yeah, they're not sending it back. If the police didn't arrest him as they said they were going to, if they didn't kick him out like they said they were going to, and he just assaulted a man and walked off scot-free, he's keeping the award.
I mean, look, that's happened. You can't expect him to hand it back, and then you got Polanski, who still to this day.
That's the other thing, yeah?
He's got his Oscar, doesn't he?
Of course he does.
They've never made him hand it back, and his crime that he's alleged of.
Is Kevin Spacey handed his Oscar back?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. One of the arguments that I had with someone was the fact that they brought up Roman Polanski, blah, blah, blah. The Academy didn't do anything about him, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay. So they never did anything about him. We're in 2022. They can do something about a live assault on TV. What, because they let one piece of shit go? What, they're going to just not reprimand anyone else because that's what they stand for?
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, the precedent can be changed.
Yeah.
Australia had a white-only policy, and they were shooting Aborigines left, right, and centre. They don't do that anymore. At some point, you can wind back the clock and do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying earlier, that he's basically set the precedent now that it's okay to go up there because no one's going to stop you. Yeah, and we know that most likely they're not going to be stopped.
But the difference is that was on TV, Chris Rock's fairly smart, didn't hit back. You do this to a comedian in a club, you don't know, you could end up with a broken neck, getting kicked off that stage. There's security guards there Just because you see it
Fans will jump in.
yeah, you have no idea what to expect if somebody tries out on a comedian outside of Hollywood.
They've said Chris Rock, Ghost Dog said Chris Rock took it like a G. Didn't go, slapped him, man.
Yeah.
What do you, like for me?
Big boot to the face. That's what he needed. Good old fashioned big boot, man. Off the ropes, bang, come back. Pah!
But I don't even think he took a step, right? Like he held his ground.
Yeah. Dude, he just took a slap and he just took a step back as in like, and he's like, okay, wow. Dude, like what a legend,
the
man.
Rage that most people would be, sure
he's from the block. You know?
Seriously. And then, you know what killed me? This is the thing.
You know, another, okay.
Yeah, okay. Jaden, is it Jaden, his son?
Oh, yeah.
Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
He put out a tweet that said, and that's how we do it. Like, do what, man? Your old man slapped someone on stage, didn't drop him, and then walked away, and then cried about it 5 minutes later. What is it that you do? What are you promoting exactly? That your old man's a loose unit? Like, I'm confused. Jaden, and then I thought about Jaden Smith himself. It's like 5'8" or something, weighs like 40 kilos. Like, all right, dude, big dick energy now coming from your old man. Let's say you're on the street trying to like ruffle up someone without your bodyguards. Literally just get crumpled in like a pack of cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's done Karate Kid.
Yeah. Karate Kid.
Can we call him he? I thought you can't call him he.
Oh, was he gender neutral now?
I think so.
Nah, he used to wear the skirts and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not addressing him by his gender. I'm addressing him by his biological sex.
I'm addressing by his name.
Well,
whatever it is.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what's interesting?
Schmuck.
No, like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have 2 kids, Willow and Jaden. The naming.
Yeah.
Like they named their own kids after themselves.
Yeah, I want to vomit as we speak about
it. Just the balls on them, man.
Something that popped into
not quite
right.
Not quite in this stratosphere.
Something that popped into my head when I saw it, which made me question whether it was real or not, was what's one of the most ego driven or humiliating thing you could do to a man?
Slap him.
Slap him. Slap him.
Right.
Slap him.
It's better to punch a man than to slap a man.
Yeah.
So by slapping a man, I would say it would probably be well within reason of it ending in extreme injury.
Violence?
Yes.
I'm just picturing.
But I think that's why Jim Carrey said what he did. Like, originally I was laughing about it, and then when I actually watched that portion of the actual interview, he did say that the slap will, like, the damage from that slap will last a long time.
Oh, for
and
sure.
that's why he would sue for that much money, because he'll never recover. From a slap, he'll never recover. And he highlighted that, which is, gave him some respect for that.
I mean, you look at going back in the good old days,
The good old days.
mate, you challenge a man to a duel, you slap him with a little glove. Ping,
Charlie Murphy said that.
You know?
He's like, wapa!
That's how you hurt their ego, their pride.
And after that, someone had to go. Because I keep picturing Dave Chappelle as Rick James. Like, Charlie Murphy, 1 of 5 fingers, say to the face. Then Charlie Murphy's like, what? Slap! And then his face is just like horrified. He's like, what the fuck? Just staring at him like in disbelief.
That's so good, man.
But it's true, yeah? It's true. Like, you don't slap a man.
It's not just assault. It's
It's not like a white man thing or whatever. It's a man thing. You do not slap another man. Coming from another man.
Yeah.
You know, you see red instantly. You know?
Just picturing Charlie Murphy's face. Just like, bedazzled. What the hell? What's going on? And then he goes to his house. Take one more step, I'm knocking this motherfucker out the motherfucking window. Nevertheless, I think the funnier part was also when they showed the reverse video after he slapped him, he's walking back, and Jada Pinkett Smith's laughing because someone got slapped on stage. The thing is I don't know what, this is the other thing that pissed me off. Everyone's sort of defending Will Smith because of his repressed anger, because of his childhood, growing up in domestic violence, and this is all just paramount to, leading up.
And his cuckery.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, hang on, man. If every person out there that had repressed childhood issues was out there slapping anyone just
Well, of
because
course.
they felt like it.
Yeah.
People were walking around constantly with red faces because of the hand marks. Doesn't excuse the fact that he got up at an award show, assaulted a guy, then walked back to his seat and abused him from his seat. Yell out something.
Yeah.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But who gave him the right to walk up there and
Yeah,
hit him?
exactly. Well, of my 20 years of watching Dr. Phil, I consider myself a very well educated psychiatrist. Up there with my other degrees of watching half an hour of My Cousin Vinny as a qualified solicitor. Look, man, stuff happens to people, yeah? Things happen to you, yeah? Things happen. But I think it's what you do with that is what then determines how you go forward, yeah?
The person who's being done to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a victim.
Yeah,
you can't then be a victim your entire life. You should. I know it's easy for me to say, but like, isn't that how? Like, not isn't that how? But like, that's how. Like, you have all these artists who come out. They use that, like that.
They channel that energy and experience to do things.
Yeah, and then you channel it in a way where you can focus it and use it. Okay. But using that victim card, I have no bar of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
I will never tolerate that in one.
I think my problem with the whole thing, especially with most of the people I've spoken to have been on the same page as me. A few people that have sort of said otherwise, they've all said the same thing about how, he was standing up for his woman, blah, blah, blah. She has alopecia. No one should have. It's like, well, hang on, man. Like, so you're condoning violence, like, if it's to save a precious female from mockery.
Why can't she stand up for herself?
That's what I mean. In 2022, these are the same women that are saying that, we're independent, we're free, blah, 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 blah. But now they're justifying violence because of a joke.
Surprisingly, the thing that I saw was a lot of the people, the celebrities that were backing him up, because a lot of them were like, oh, yeah, well, whatever. They're just kind of dodging it. But the ones that were defending were pretty much black females.
Yeah. Wanda Sykes came out and said that as well.
They were like, I wish my man would stand up for me like that. And then I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
No comment.
No, it's just, it makes no sense. The women especially the women that have been defending it, are like, she has alopecia, blah, 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 blah. I should have been more sensitive to it. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't excuse Will Smith to
I think it's just a trigger in their head because, like my partner was like, he shouldn't have said anything because the whole alopecia thing. And I'm like, okay, interesting. And then I ripped up one of those videos. Do you remember the Muslim joke we spoke about weeks back? How he's like the mass shooting.
Yeah.
And, no one could catch a cab that day because, I showed her that joke and she started pissing herself laughing. I'm like,
why is that okay? Yeah.
So making fun of Muslims.
There's not a line. You can't draw a line on these things. Yeah. Everything's funny or nothing's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and she's like, shit. Yeah. Okay. He shouldn't have slapped.
And the key thing is the fact that Chris Rock may not have known that she had alopecia.
Yeah.
That's it. It was just a G.I.
Did you know?
joke.
No. But at the end of the day...
I didn't know either.
At the end of the day, we've brought this up as well. In that same episode, we were going, like they were saying, like rape jokes. What is it? One in every how many women or people are raped.
So in that
room of 100 people, there's probably going to be 20 people that have been raped.
Yeah.
Now, do you change your material because of that, or should they be aware of what they're going into?
They should be aware.
My other thing is the fact that men have been the victim of ball jokes as long as comedies existed. Yeah. And that's when, I don't know if you listened to my solo one a couple of days ago. Same person who I've been talking to about this thing, right? She said that bald men are no longer looked at as in like a downcast or whatever in society. I said, what's your proof of that? He said, look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson and the voice of Groot. And I was like, voice of Groot? Oh, Vin Diesel. I'm like, so you're two examples of men no longer being...
Is he the voice of Groot?
Yeah.
They shave their heads.
Yeah. I go, yeah, but they're clinically bald though.
Yeah, but they shave their heads.
Yeah.
If they wanted to be bald, they would let it grow out and just leave it as it is.
There's a bigger conversation. You're telling me someone actually paid Vin Diesel money to say, I'm Groot.
Yeah.
Didn't you know that?
I did. I'm disgusted.
Didn't you know Vin Diesel was the voice of Groot?
I hope he doesn't get very much money for that.
You want to know the funny thing is...
I'll find out right now.
They hired him every time to do the voicing again.
So they didn't just record it once and...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Because they had to have different tones.
So he basically got paid each time he said a word.
He did that job in his jocks.
For Groot. Here we go.
Can I do it?
I've got it. Do you want to know
I'm
how much
Groot.
it
Please.
was paid?
Oh, here we go. Is this for one movie or for the whole thing? The whole franchise? Oh, no.
What happened?
Do you know what I'd like to do? Compare that to, what's his name? The lead. What's his, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I'd like to compare his pay to Chris Pratt for that. Go on.
Are you ready?
Because he wasn't in a suit either, right? It was all digital, right?
I don't know if they did.
Groot's just a wooden character.
But did they do like a ball thingies on him?
No.
All right, so he's in his jocks eating Cheetos at home.
Over
I'm
Zoom.
Groot. All right, go on.
Are you ready?
Oh. Wait. Before you do, can you tell me how much Chris Pratt made for it?
Okay, let me just write this down.
Because I want to see the difference.
No looking. Hang on. Here we go. I'm going to write it down here so I don't have to.
I had no idea.
What do you think it was?
I don't know. There's no voice. There's no tech context. There's no. He doesn't say anything.
Salary.
So I just thought it was maybe like AI.
I think Bradley Cooper did. They even did the CG with Bradley Cooper. They had him
Okay,
on.
well, that's fair enough. He actually has lines to say, and he's got a personality. You know, the raccoon's got a personality. Like, I get that, but I Am Groot does not.
Yeah.
The personality is like the tree. It's wood. It's nothing. I guess that's like Vin Diesel too, though.
You ready?
So Chris Pratt first.
Chris Pratt, I can't get his actual salary for it.
Anyone else on the cast?
Hang on. Because one report says 1.5 million for Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Okay.
But it says he gets about 10 million a year. So I'm guessing as his bankability went up.
Oh, Batista.
Okay, Batista.
Because he's that side
How many
character.
Guardians are there? 2?
No,
and
but
then there's the Marvel ones as well.
Yeah. Where they've been
No,
like
there's
in
3,
Avengers.
isn't there?
No, there's 2 Guardians, and then there's the Avengers movies where they're in it
Yeah, the Avengers ones as well.
for the finale,
Salary,
the 2-part one.
right.
Yeah.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, but then I think they're doing TV shows. I don't know if they're doing TV
Okay,
shows.
so
of
for
Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he received just over 3 mil.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you ready for Vin Diesel?
No. Well, so Pratt is 10.
He's just not ready.
Pratt makes about 10 mil a movie, but
Okay.
I think for one of his movies, he made like 1.5, one of the Guardian ones.
And Batista makes 3.
About 3.
Okay. Proceed.
How many movies has Groot been in? Like
All of them.
Yeah, but 3 Guardians.
1, 2, and
plus the 2 Avenger
3
movies
and
or
4,
whatever.
I think 4.
In total, for all his appearances,
I want to hear like 40 grand or something.
40 grand. In all the appearances of all of Vin Diesel's appearances as Groot in the 3 Guardians plus the Marvel Avenger
And
movies.
let's just be clear before you say this. The extent of the script that he reads is I am Groot. At the most, he might mistakenly say I am family or something. And that's it. Like that's the extent of this.
You know, we can just play it, right?
Play what?
I am Groot.
There's no point. I just said it. Look, I can say it.
But you don't have that family tone.
Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. Wait. I've got it here. Wait a second.
There's no doubt a compilation of all the times.
Well, that's just as fascinating as the first 89 times you told me that.
Well, he don't know talking good like me and you. So his vocabularistics is limited to I and am and Groot.
Exclusively in that order.
And Groot? Tinkle in the cup. We're not looking. What's there to see? What's a twig? Everybody's seen a twig.
I'm Groot.
Tree, pour what's in the cup out into space and go in the cup again.
You speak Groot?
Yes, they taught it on Asgard. It was an elective.
I am Groot.
It's so heavily like edited as well. That's the thing.
Processed, yeah.
Like, I
Yeah, you said that.
I am Groot.
What's that? He says, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. Only he didn't use frickin'.
Groot, put that thing away. Now, I don't want to tell you again. Groot.
I am Groot.
Whoa!
Hey,
You got some acorns on you, kid.
He thinks you want him to wear it as a hat.
That's not
Okay.
what I said.
I'm stopping it there.
they could have hired a 6-year-old Taiwanese boy that doesn't speak a word of English to do this role for like 13 cents.
That was a person.
I haven't even told you
that
how much he made.
That was a person they could have. What do you call it? Given that role to.
Yeah, that's what I
They
mean.
took away opportunities.
They could have hired multiple Taiwanese children at that rate.
I still haven't told you how much he made.
All right. Let's do it.
Let me finish his drink first.
Do it while he's drinking.
Just
I'll just do it anyway. How much did you say?
No, I haven't said it yet. Oh, hang on. Let me take another drink.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to write it down in big letters.
Yeah.
Should I reveal it?
Should I open another bottle?
You can take this off her?
Should I actually?
There would be another one on the table.
I was going to say, should I write it down
Just
and
say
reveal
it.
it or just say it?
Just say
No,
it.
I'm going to say it. Screw it.
I'm just going to look at him.
In the total of all his appearances in the Marvel Universe across Guardians of the Galaxy, when you divide it by like the films and his total salary, this guy's face is just staring at me.
I want the first reaction.
First reaction video. This will go viral on TikTok. Andy reacting to finding out what Vin Diesel's salary was.
I'm going to be mad regardless of what it is. I want to know how mad I'm going to feel
I can just
about
taste
this. One of the worst actors in Hollywood history has no personality, nothing. There's just no emotion, just a bald guy with just hairless as fuck.
Arnie had wider range than him.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Even Stallone.
Well.
Hey, Stallone wrote Rocky, man.
Yeah, I know.
Stallone wrote
I'm
Rocky.
not saying it as a joke. I'm saying it's true.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
No.
Are you ready?
If you divide his salary by the movies, he's earned about 13 mil a movie, meaning he's made like 54 mil for all his appearances. 54.5 mil. That's Groot.
That is the most disgusting. Like, there's no way. How is that possible?
So, the reaction he just made, people, was like, he threw his bottle.
Hey, man, I paid to be here. Just relax.
That is
Otherwise, I don't get my barn back. His reaction was like he was digging into some shredded ginger pork, and he thought he might have tasted something a little bit gluteny.
This is ordering a vegetarian dish and getting like beef, just the fattiest piece of beef, chicken, the seafood in there.
Oh, man. That's a defeated look.
The actor has been well compensated for voicing the character. As per the reports, he's paid a whopping $54.5 million, meaning a slick 13 mil for every movie that Groot has been.
How is that possible? How does people are talking about gender pay gaps? What the fuck is this? Is he like some kind of unique alien being that gets paid everyone's fucking salaries?
His family.
See, now, as a
Can you imagine he's negotiating his pay for this movie and they're like, I'm sorry, Vin, we're just going to have to give you like $50 for this thing, let's be honest. And he's like, we're family.
We're family. Okay.
All right. Chuck a couple extra zeros on that $50.
30 million it is. Well, as a qualified football manager for the last 25 years, something I've learned is, especially with a role like that, they could have paid him once, got rid of him, signed somebody else on for another first film check for like a fraction of the price, get rid of them after the next movie, just keep signing new people. Then financially, they're not going to recover from this.
Voice recognition. That's why they're saying that he got paid that much.
Voice recognition.
Like face recognition. Actors recognition. Just getting him on board as an name.
I wouldn't have. I would.
They could have
not
made
watch it.
They could have made 4 actors' careers from that.
Listen to me. As soon as Vin Diesel was in Fast and the Furious, that was it. It was dead to me.
You got to go back to Triple X.
As soon as Vin Diesel was in
Triple
Triple X, it was dead to me.
Triple E.
What about the pacifier?
As soon as Vin Diesel was in anything, it was dead to me.
He was all right in Knockaround Guys. You ever see Knockabout Guys?
I never even watched that.
Knockabout Guys was a good movie. It's on Netflix now.
How old's
Never
that?
seen it.
2002, 2001.
Okay, well, he probably still had somewhat working brain.
No, it was good. He plays like, he's part of
Is
like,
he lead?
he's one of the main supporting leads, yeah. But Knockaround Guys is about a couple of guys from the neighborhood that grew up together. He was like the muscle of the group, but he was like Jewish
Really?
as well.
You sure he wasn't the brains of the group?
No. he was a bodybuilding scientist.
Bodybuilding Jewish scientist.
Hey, man.
I love it.
Like, I'm the Incredible Hulk. What's his name?
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, Bruce Banner. He's a bodybuilding scientist.
Play the background music.
He doesn't wear a kipper though, does he?
It's just, I got someone here to help you. Batman? No, he's a scientist. Batman's a scientist.
Freaking out, man.
Nevertheless, the whole reason why I brought him up was the fact that that friend of mine brought up The Rock and Vin Diesel as reasons as to why men aren't stigmatized about baldness anymore.
Oh, right, yes.
I'm like,
well, that was
so-
a heavy digress.
I was going to say,
yeah,
so
that's-
you've out of every bald man you've thought of, you picked the two most bankable actors in Hollywood as your example. And I said this in the solo. I go, yeah, Bruce Willis, Jason Statham, bald men. The guy from Star Trek, what was his name? Jean-Luc Picard. What's his actor's name? I keep forgetting his name. He plays Sean Connery as well. He played the king in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, I forgot his
Patrick
name.
Stewart.
Patrick
Yes.
Stewart, yeah.
He's
that's
bald.
it. Yeah.
I go, but you've picked these bankable actors. I go, it doesn't mean that bald men haven't been the butt of jokes for the last fucking 100 years. Like, seriously? Larry Fine, Larry David.
I mean, the thing is, people think like that, like Hollywood. Nobody cares about what Hollywood, whatever. Big whoop, you got some guys that shave their head or they're naturally bald. They're not, like you said, that's not the stigma that people are carrying over. How about the 50 million other TV shows that come from Hollywood that bag out bald men?
Yeah.
Dude, Seinfeld, I can think about 100 episodes that they made fun of baldness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Because it's a woman with alopecia, we need to be sensitive and considerate. But who gives a shit about men? It means nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, truly sad story about a bald person was how about Bruce Willis?
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about that? Can't believe they steamrolled him into like a dozen movies in the last 3 years. with
Yeah.
new pieces and shit.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah. What's the actual disease? I forget the name of the disease.
Yeah, it's I had looked it up. It's
Bruce Willis disease. Hang on. He retires from aphasia?
Yeah, something like that.
Aphasia diagnosis. What does Bruce Willis diagnosis? Aphasia.
It's like trauma to the head or possible brain tumor.
Disorder that affects areas of the brain that produce and process language. So, how do you get it? Typically occurs after a stroke or a head injury, but it can come on gradually from a slow-growing brain tumor or disease that becomes aggressive, permanent damage, degenerative. The severity of the aphasia, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fair enough. He's worth 250 mil. How old's Bruce Willis? He's in his 60s?
I think so.
Would have to be.
He wouldn't be 70 by now.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No?
Just tap it in.
True. What am I doing? Bruce Willis, age. Age, Bruce Willis. Oops. It says disease, agey. What the hell's that? Disease, age. Bruce Willis is 67 years old.
Shit.
Well,
Getting up there.
look, man, he's not 30. Yeah. And he's lived most of his life as a Hollywood playboy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Banging Demi Moore for how many years?
I think he had another Die Hard in him at least.
Fuck off. I never saw the last ones.
Last two, wasn't there?
I've got no idea.
I have no idea either.
How many did they make after the
Third one.
Vengeance?
Third one.
After the third one, I think there was another two.
To 4.0, whatever it was called.
Yeah, and then another one.
And there was another one, another two after that.
I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, but if he physically can't work.
Yeah, I know. I know, yeah.
But then look at that. The last couple of years, he's had an earpiece getting guided to do his films, right? Will Smith has just resigned from the Academy, stepped down, but he won his Oscar. Yeah. In his acceptance speech, didn't apologize to Chris Rock, apologized to his fans, the Academy, and said he was protecting his family. All right, man. Really?
So does that mean he won't act or he can't act or
It means he won't act.
in Hollywood movies?
Well, sort of, yeah. I don't know what that means, man. It just means he's stepping down.
Oh,
Bullshit.
I thought it just means he can't be a part of the awards anymore.
Yeah.
That was it.
I'm guessing.
He can still act,
Yeah.
but he's not going to. He can't accept awards. He can't be involved at the awards.
I was just thinking how Dim would feel. It would be a whole roller coaster for Dim. Like he gets his Oscar, Dim would be distraught. Then this happens, he'd be happy, and then now he quits. Then he'd be distraught again. Like it'd be a roller coaster of emotions for Dim.
The thing is,
the man hates him, but he loves to hate him.
There was another award show before this one. I don't remember which one it was, and there was a female who had a crack. Who was it? I can't remember who it was exactly, but there was a female that had a crack. One of the hosts of that award show had a crack at Will Smith. He wasn't there at that award show. I don't know if you guys remember it. And she was like, she made a crack about how, Jada's banging like all these other dudes and Will just accepts it or whatever. And then all the crowd were like laughing, sort of like like, oh, and she's like, don't worry, he didn't show up today anyway. And everyone started laughing again. It's like, well, why was that okay?
Just making direct fun of their relationship.
That they've been public about. And everyone at least everyone knows they have an open relationship at this point. It's been going on for years. It's known. Everyone knows that, right? She bangs dudes. And he probably bangs chicks, maybe.
She bangs dudes.
She might bang chicks too. I don't know. But no one made a big deal about that. So why?
Because it's a woman.
Well,
women comedians out there have totally just railed on men and their private
vagina.
Lives. What?
It's a South Park thing. Okay. How female comedians only talk about their vaginas.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, but it's a true. And I brought this up. I said, if it was a female comedian making that crack, would Will Smith have gone up and punched him? And the response was, a woman wouldn't joke about that. I'm like, fuck off. The joke wasn't about alopecia. It was about the fucking haircut.
Mm.
That's what people are missing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke about someone's cancer. I had cancer.
It was G.I. Jane. It was a joke for G.I. Jane.
Exactly.
G.I. Jane cut her hair that way. She didn't have the disease. So where's the connection there? Oh, that's what I don't get.
I don't know.
Emotional damage.
What are you
talking about?
Dim doesn't watch the videos.
He just doesn't live on the internet.
I try not to. I've got too many
just a
other
meme.
things.